Okay, my name is Renee and I'm from Jordan and I grew up there. Aiden, as a young man, I commend you for putting on a suit and coming out here tonight. I appreciate that from a professor, okay? But you also have to have enough humility to know that you don't know enough. And I'm telling you that as an Arab.
This one is something special. This is a video clip of an Arab professor who was in the audience at the debate at UCLA. The debate was between Mossab Hassan Youssef, the son of one of the founders of Hamas, and Aidan Doyle, a American college student, pro-Palestinian, the pro-Hamas activist. And at that was a debate where, some of you may have seen it, there was a hostage, an Israeli lady who was taken hostage on October 7th, Moran Steliane, who was invited up onto the stage to participate as well and to share her thoughts and to contribute. So at the end of that debate, as is often the case, they opened it up to questions and comments, etc. from the crowd. And here we have a video clip of an Arab professor who got up and shared her thoughts with Aidan Doyle. And it's something special. She, in one fell swoop, she completely destroys all of his arguments and his entire contention, and also at the same time completely decimates the legitimacy of the entire movement. This entire movement of, well, you know what? Let's let her say it, because she does a better job of it than I ever could.
Okay, my name is Renee and I'm from Jordan and I grew up there. Aiden, as a young man, I commend you for putting on a suit and coming out here tonight. I appreciate that from a professor, okay? But you also have to have enough humility to know that you don't know enough. And I'm telling you that as an Arab. So where would I rather live? Tel Aviv or Gaza? Who would I rather live amongst? Hamas? Which is what you're advocating for. So like I said, I appreciate, you putting on a suit and coming here and speaking for my people. My people don't want you speaking for them because you're not helping us.
Let her speak.
Before the British mandate, I could have been a Palestinian instead of a Jordanian or Egyptian. It's the same people. So don't act like you know my people better than myself or Yusuf. This is the arrogance and the problem that I have with the encampments. I came here tonight with a fucking taser because you think you're protesting peacefully? I'm going to be okay showing up here by myself because white, entitled, spoiled Americans want to get attention? You're making it worse for Arabs here and back home.
Wow. So first of all, respect to her, and respect to him also, respect to Aiden for the thing that she's giving him respect for, which is, for trying to start out by acknowledging the fact that, he did show up. And they couldn't get a single other person to show up, a single other pro-Palestinian encampment member or leader to show up, and he showed up and, he prepared himself and came ready to participate. So, props for that. Agreed. But then she goes right into, into the meat and potatoes of what she has to say, and in short, basically, it's very simple. Everybody is better off under Israel than under Hamas. Israelis are better off in Israel than they are under Hamas. Arabs are better off in Israel than they are under Hamas. Israel is better for everyone. Israelis, Jews, Arabs, period. Israel is better for all of them than Hamas is. They're all better off in Israel than they are in Gaza. So all of his arguments are just complete rubbish. That's first of all. And then second of all, it's just incredible the way she comes out and says what, a lot of people maybe some people don't have the courage to say, or they don't feel entitled to say it, like it's their place perhaps. And maybe some people don't even realize, you get so lost. This movement has just become this global movement around the world of people who have no skin in the game, have never been to the Middle East. They're all running off a bunch of basing their entire movement off headlines on BBC and CNN and Al Jazeera, each of which is more dishonest than the next and each of which has a bigger agenda than the next. And coming along with this savior mentality, like he has to fill up his life with meaning by saving some other poor, unfortunate person, advocating on behalf of someone who never asked to be advocated for, who's not interested in having some uninformed person without skin in the game advocating on their behalf. No one asked them to advocate. They don't want it. She's saying that she and her people don't want this, uninformed children advocating on their behalf, these people who don't have anything better to do. But this is this savior mentality, this white savior mentality that everybody else needs my help because I am young and white and spoiled. And also, apparently, I'm more capable than people who aren't like me, and therefore they need me to come and help them. It's this pseudo virtuous garbage, which is actually racist, really, thinking that everybody else is inferior and needs your help because then they can't help themselves without you. And maybe the message of all of this to Aiden and his friends and to all the young folks who are running around screaming, globalize the intifada without realizing what they're saying, and from the river to the sea without realizing what they're saying, etc., etc., and Israel's committing genocide and blah, blah, blah. Maybe some of these people ought to find a better source of purpose and meaning in their life than participating in some movement that's based on headlines from CNN and BBC and advocating for violence, perhaps without even realizing it. There are a lot of wholesome sources of purpose and meaning available. Go find one of those.